And we are rolling. Welcome back to Unnatural Selection Podcast. With me, as always, Shyam Subramanian. I'm Jonathan Tilson, but you'll notice this is not Fuck City USA, Alan Fitzgerald. This is, in fact, friend of the pod, Andrew Man-Thing.
Yeah, it's me, Andrew.
Is that your handle?
That's my handle. Yeah.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's Andrew Manning.
It's Andrew Man-Thing.
I know
it's not.
Yeah, let's do this right now.
Yeah, I love that you're like, let me. You're doing the thing where I'm telling you how your name is pronounced.
Wait, what do you mean?
No, it's Shyam.
This is how awful the podcast is.
It is Andrew Manthing.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really clever.
Especially,
That's a cool handle.
It's not just an elaborate hoax we were playing at the start of the podcast.
yeah. We weren't trying to really zing you by doing something you otherwise wouldn't have noticed.
Andrew's like, he'll
cool,
never be able to find me and and follow me.
Yeah, it's like
if
when
he thinks it's Manning.
a girl gives a fake number to a guy she doesn't want creeping her out.
Absolutely. Shyam's like,
That's never happened to me before.
We should
in this country.
We should trade instas.
The handle, when I created it, I think I was still in high school or something, and it made a lot more sense as a funny handle because I was like pre-testosterone, so I looked so.
Oh, because you're kind of a man. You're a man thing.
A man
type
thing.
No, it was mostly just ironic. Like, Andrew Man thing,
No.
and I just looked like a little girl.
For our viewers, do you want me to?
You're not a man, but you're a man thing.
Do you want me to explain to everybody? Do you want me to explain to everybody your disease? Or do you want
go ahead. Take the reins, Doc.
He does this on stage. I don't think we're betraying him just yet.
Yeah. No, you can. It's your disease.
And
for the proper medical term. Okay, go ahead. I'll go ahead.
Do you want me to give a quick little rundown so we don't just have you spill your guts on the start of the
It
pod?
would be good for you to do it because I knew you back before.
I knew Andrew back in the day, and Andrew looked like a little boy even at 18 and 20. And why did he?
Wait, you knew him when he was 18 and 20?
Yeah.
You didn't meet him here?
No.
I
met him at like an open mic in Rhode Island.
the fuck out of here.
We weren't friends yet. Yeah. But he had very little testosterone, and for some reason his parents didn't notice. And at 18
it's
or 20...
It's called tranny disease.
That's exactly right.
It's TD for short.
That's what my parents called it.
It's shorthand medical.
Thank
TD.
God we have a doctor here.
There was a disconnect between what my parents were saying and what the doctors understood, so I guess that's why I never got treatment.
But they juiced him up, and then the testosterone started naturally, and now we have a man he's had a mustache for the better part of 2 years. He recently shaved
Do you take steroids?
No.
But
having a mustache is really overcompensating when you become a guy. It's
absolutely.
What would be a good analogy?
It's a trans woman in a cocktail dress. It's just like, take a look at this.
Yeah. It's getting a car and choosing to drive it 3 minutes down the street when you could otherwise walk.
Yeah,
and you're just excited to have your license.
It's a statement.
Yeah.
It's a statement. It's like, I'm here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm going to have a mustache.
I'm here. I'm going to have a mustache.
Bad
It's
decision.
like a trans woman showing cleavage. It's just like, oh, yeah, couldn't always do that. Check these puppies out.
And a lot of people think it looks nice.
Yeah, it's kind of like walking to a Chuck E. Cheese and showing your dick. I'm here.
It's a statement.
Not for long. The cops have been called.
I'm here.
That reminds
Where's
me.
the ball pit?
Trick question. It's right here. Dive in, kids.
Oh, wow. I see blue balls, yellow balls, red balls. Looks like there's going to be 2 brown balls.
The slow announcement of your own
brown nuts.
It's got to be nice. You're a friendly guy, and you get to introduce yourself to all your neighbors wherever you meet, wherever you move.
Yeah. What do you mean?
As a sex offender.
Well, I'm not a sex offender.
My name's Shyam Subramanian, and I pulled my dick out in the ball pit at Chuck E. Cheese. I had a couple cocktails. I wouldn't normally do that. We all have drunk memories.
We do, though.
Yeah.
That would be very funny. Is the sex offender like going too far with the door-to-door intro? Because you probably just have to be like, just so you know, I'm a sex offender, but like somebody going and telling them exactly what happened unnecessarily.
I baked you cookies.
Yeah, I baked you cookies, and also I got drunk, went to a Chuck E. Cheese, and one thing led to another. This kid's scarred for life.
When I zoned out, what'd you say?
This is good for the
I was
pod.
complimenting you.
Anyway, we're talking about a friendly pedophile who moves into a neighborhood who's overly friendly. It's the pedophilia is like the last thing he brings up, or the sex offender part. And it's like, I baked you some cookies. I just moved into the neighborhood. Listen, I got a couple too many wine spritzers in me one night at a Chuck E. Cheese. Kid was giving me the eye, yada, yada, yada. My name's John.
Kid was giving me the eye.
And you're not going to believe it. That did not hold up in court.
Wait, so if you're a level 1 sex offender, right? So you get
Is that the top or the bottom?
I don't know
That's
the
the bottom.
levels.
What one is level 1
has to be the top.
No, 3 is is like you fuck kids.
It's like burns.
I'll take his word for it.
Like third-degree burns.
One
It's
is
like-
no
it's-
one.
it's like
you
hurricanes.
could get one
Yeah.
just peeing. If a cop wants to be a dickhead and he
Yeah.
catches you peeing, you can. But
That's unacceptable, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I know.
That should be. That should like be on the sign. If you have to fucking introduce yourself, I pissed in public.
Right.
I couldn't find a bathroom. I took a leak. A cop saw me. Anyway, I have to introduce myself to any neighbors for 10
But wait a
10
minute.
years.
Is that so? That was my next question. So if you move somewhere, you have to legally tell everybody.
I don't know if a person pissing has to, but like, yeah, if you've been charged with a sex crime, I believe you have to for X amount of years. And if you've
have to initiate it. It can't just if it
Well,
comes
they're
up
not
in
gonna-
When they need to borrow a cup of sugar.
they're not coming to you.
yeah. I guess.
Hey, we need to borrow a cup of sugar. It's like, yeah, I have a lot of sweets here, actually.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
my,
a lot of
whole
candy
closet
for all the
full of
kids.
candy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucking nuts.
Send your boy over later. I've got a ring pop for him.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah. So, in case you were thinking,
Just put him in jail.
nah, that's expensive.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, the truth is, like, killing them solves it.
Or castrating
It's like,
them.
well, it's because it's like you don't. Do you lose the sickness? I don't know that you do.
You do. No.
So
you
it's
don't.
like killing them would obviously be the solution, but can you kill them?
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's they made an oops.
But then imagine getting imagine getting castrated and being like, oh well, I want to fuck kids. I can't even fuck kids if I want to fuck kids now.
So you
Then they'll just
you
kill
yourself.
themselves.
Yeah.
This actually goes back to my low T stuff.
Oh yeah,
pretty
like,
nicely.
You mean the TD?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Because I did not have a sex drive, so after you castrate these dudes, I'm pretty sure they won't even.
They don't want it.
Want to.
Yeah.
They'll just
It's
have
like when
to
they
get
put
a hobby.
They put me on Celexa, and it can affect libido. And I was like, I was dating someone. I was like, I don't even want to fuck, and I don't miss it.
Right.
I don't miss it in any way.
Yeah.
This is actually kind of freeing.
Just a gray memory.
Oh wait, I'm dating someone, and they want to know I won't touch them.
Yeah. And you're like, no, I'm actually okay
Because I'm
just
happy
watching
for
a
the
movie
first
again.
time in 10 years.
I've been
That's
released
right.
from imprisonment in my balls.
Honey, cunnilingus from here on out.
What if?
Yeah.
But what if you were a pedophile and they castrated
Yeah,
you?
what if?
and you got castrated and you're like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna become a woman now, and I'm gonna fuck little boys, but I'm gonna fuck little girls because I'm a lesbian.
Well, I think there should actually be. It's good that we're starting off on a classy note, even
Yeah.
without Alan here.
I used to talk about this with my
I
therapist.
do think there should be
What happened?
a job for dwarves that dress up like children.
Yeah.
And it's like a scratching post for a cat.
Yeah, yeah. You're not.
Don't ruin the furniture. There's a perfectly good dwarf in pigtails right here.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
got fake braces on.
That's a good point.
Thank you.
That's a.
Because what are the dwarf jobs? You know? Don't say Candy Factory.
Willy Wonka, son.
Acting gigs
movies.
acting gigs are dying because we
Yeah,
have CGI
acting
now. We
gigs.
don't
Oh,
even use
yeah.
dwarves.
Yeah.
And when you try to use a dwarf like Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, fucking Peter Dinklage threw a shit fit that's demeaning. And it's like, well, 7 dwarves were about to get paid $500,000 each, and I think they
Would have liked that.
would have liked
Yeah.
they would have liked that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't
yeah.
know how much that is in dwarf.
Wait, it was
Yeah, that's
demeaning.
gotta be at
He
least
said
a
it was
million.
demeaning to have dwarfs play dwarfs.
The 7 dwarves
There
because
is-
it's like a fairy tale thing.
It's the stupidest thing ever. That's like me being like, "Oh, don't hire the Indian guy to be the 7-Eleven stand-in in any movie."
Yeah.
No, give it to the guy.
Oh, those Indians exist. You're not one of them. Don't get me wrong. That's like me saying.
That's like me saying something with self-respect.
That's like me saying, don't make an Indian guy with a dot on his head playing a flute to a serpent.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like who would I be if I said that? Do you think you could walk across? Do you think
Water?
you're
Yeah.
genetically? Do you think you're genetically predisposed to walk across hot coals
Coals?
better than I am?
I think so, because my feet My feet is raw.
Is this a thing that Indians do?
Yeah,
No, it's not. John has so many racist things that are just unconfirmed, but he just
everything
You're
John
so
knows-
lucky my phone is being used to record this because I will look up the page again, and I mean to actually, of
What
Indian
page?
people throwing acid in the face of women.
Oh, this is another. This is
It's just front page of
this is a
fucking
Middle
major
Eastern.
news publication.
It's a Middle Eastern.
Mumbai
thing.
Daily.
It's
Like
a
you can
Middle
go to
Eastern
any day
thing.
you
I
want.
think there's some crossover.
It's a Middle Eastern.
I think
thing.
you guys share some good ideas.
They're talking.
How can we really demean women? Oh, melt her face off. She didn't fuck me.
That happened to DeAndre Hopkins' mother actually.
Really?
Somebody threw acid in her face.
What was she doing there in Indian?
He wasn't an Indian.
What was she doing being a woman in India?
Which debunks your stereotype. Stereotypes,
No.
They're great, but
just
use
like
them
any
right.
stereotype, other people can do those things. It's just there's one group of people that does it the most.
No, false. False.
Yeah, and in fact, I think that stereotype could serve you well.
What?
Being a dangerous, misogynistic
Well,
monster.
just if a woman thought if she turned you down, you might throw acid in her face. She might be fucking.
Yeah.
She's like, holy shit.
You know what? I'm gonna go buy some acid.
Maybe I should. Maybe I should blow him in the Motel 6 the way he requested.
Maybe we should go to Target.
That is a tricky thing for if you ever wanted to get LSD, you'd have to be pretty careful about like the language you use.
Why?
You just be like, yeah, I'm looking to get acid. Might go have some fun. Might go on a date, have some fun, see some crazy faces. You know what I'm saying?
Ruin some lives.
Yeah.
She didn't text me back. I need acid.
So shall we start with one of our topics?
Oh, you have a topic.
I have. It actually
Oh, you have
involves me and Andrew.
Oh, I like that.
And it's actually semi-delicious Shyam.
Allow me to sit back for this one.
Yeah.
It's semi-delicious Shyam, actually.
Yeah.
And if you've heard it, just pretend like you haven't heard it before, because maybe you've heard it.
Well, if it's delicious, I like hearing it twice anyway.
So I got a job. I got a job recently.
That is a delicious Sean story.
I got a job,
Yeah.
and I was getting the thing. Was getting prepped for it, and they were like, "All right, yeah, you got the job. Blah blah blah. This is the next steps. Blah, you're gonna have to do this background check. Blah blah, and drug test." And I was
They
like,
need a background check to walk over hot coals.
yeah, well,
They
we
gotta
have to
make
pour
sure he
milk
knows how
on
to do
elephants'
it.
feet. And she's like, "All right." So I was like, background check, and she's like, drug test. I'm like, drug test. I'm like, I have to drug test, and she's like, yes. And I'm like, for a customer service job, I have to drug test. And she's like, do you have problem with drug test? I was like, no, it's fine. So then I was like, I bought the fucking thing,
Oh, you did?
but I realized
what's-
after I bought
what
it,
thing?
The piss
thing?
purifier.
the thing after I bought it, I realized I'm like, what if this doesn't come in time? Because I need to get this drug test, whatever. And I was like, it's not going to come. So then I was like, well, I got to figure out a way. So I called Andrew, and I asked if
for
I could.
his piss.
I asked for his piss. And you know what's funny, Andrew? Another friend of ours, Stephen Pratt, gave it to me with no hesitation. And you had
Because he already had a jug of it.
Oh yeah, I had this when I was watching a 4-hour YouTube video. I didn't want to get up. So
Shapiro was on a good rant.
yeah. He was on a good rant, and I had a Gatorade bottle. I said, "This is God speaking to me."
This is
yeah,
God
that's
speaking.
disgusting that he does that.
So anyway, were you willing?
So
No, he was not willing. But I
told
did not
Trom-
pressure him. I did not pressure
I
him.
told Trom, I was
this
like,
is-
I did
let's-
not pressure him.
Let's just pretend like this is a sex thing, so that I don't have to feel guilty about helping get you a job that you really should
How
have.
are you going to serve it to him?
How
How are you going to serve it to him?
Tupperware?
I was thinking probably
Ziploc.
some sort of bag, because if it was an in-person thing, then you have to kind of have it in a place
Sean
that
just
you
has to
can
nip
fake
the
piss.
He has to nip the corner of
Nip the corner. He has to bite it and rip it. Yeah. The corner of a sandwich bag you can't get. It explodes all over his face.
Sir, are you covered in piss? He's like,
Yeah,
clean,
but test it.
clean piss.
Piss that has no weed in it.
Yeah.
But I also had to ask him when's the last time he smoked, because we smoked recently, so I just had to make sure that it wasn't,
Yeah.
But you know
my
what,
piss
Andrew?
is probably fine.
That is one of the most Shami favors or requests.
Yeah.
Do you have your
piss?
Yeah, I do.
He doesn't even mention a drug test. You're like, I guess.
I need your piss. Give it to me.
Yeah.
Put it in a bottle.
It's like the town line.
Yeah.
It's just like
You can't ask any questions.
You can't ask any questions, and I need your piss.
Yeah.
Andrew's like, whose car are we taking?
Yeah.
You know what? That's the type of friends I surround myself with.
Yeah. No, but I was just thinking to myself all the ways that this could come back to haunt me. I was like, because my mind
Andrew
goes,
thinks I would frame him.
I love like the drug test person's like, well, you haven't tested positive for weed, but you have dangerously low testosterone.
that would be funny if it came back and they were like, oh, you have cancer. I'm so sorry about that. Does Shyam tell me? Does he not?
Shyam's like fucking. Shyam's so anxious he's putting it off to tell you that you have bladder cancer.
Yeah.
I'm just like, he'll
He's
figure
like,
it out.
Yeah.
He's gonna start feeling something soon, I assume. Andrew goes
you
to
should
the
go to the
doctor.
doctor.
Doctor's like, if you had come even 3 days sooner,
This was operable, but now
we could have saved your life.
yeah,
It's in
you
your
should-
brain now.
it pierced the bladder-brain barrier. And you got to start picking out a headstone.
Shyam's
man.
pissed at you because you gave him cancer in his test.
Yeah. They treat him.
They
weird
didn't
at
hire me
work.
because they think I'm dying.
My premiums just went through the roof, Andrew. You piece of shit. I can't get health insurance now.
Yeah, no one's ever asked me for piss. It is
Oh, I didn't even think about you.
no. Well, it wouldn't work.
Well, yeah, because we smoked and
Yeah,
you're a drug addict. You have a problem.
exactly.
Just
we
kidding,
want you to have a
obviously.
job.
You know what's funny? That I know some people have had to give in-person drug tests, and have you ever given one where there's someone in the room,
Looking
Never
at
in
his
the
cock.
room,
not looking at your,
but like in the
penis?
bathroom.
I think they
They'll
look
be,
at the
like,
cock
behind you.
in sports. I think they look at the cock.
Well, sometimes they do like really invasive, but they watch you pee a little bit, and then you feel the thing, and then you pee some more. It'd be really funny to have that happen because you'll start the piss, and it'll be like this dark orange syrup, and then you'll like squirt my piss in, and it's like clear, and then you finish your piss with this orange Gatorade looking
Stirs
shit.
it with his finger.
They're like, whoa, you went from dehydrated and full of soda to just
They're like, do you have a twin inside of you?
I got 2 bladders.
Did you eat your twin in your mother's womb? Can
I got 2 dicks.
you imagine finding out you ate your twin?
Yeah,
Is that a real thing?
that's
Well,
a real thing.
it's not that you ate them, but it's just like the twin kind of developed inside of you and then obviously stunted. So you have like a fucking
Extra
like a little
placenta.
head, little head and a hand inside of your gut.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that how it works? They can't get rid of that?
Well, yeah. I mean, depending on where it is, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor.
I've heard of like twins being in the womb, and basically how I understand it is the other one like dies, and then you just like absorb its remaining nutrients.
Yeah.
But you're saying like there'll just be like a hand imprint like
well,
on your rib cage.
Andy Garcia, the actor,
Okay.
Ocean's 11 and shit. He was born with a tennis ball sized lump on his shoulder, which was his twin.
Like the head, the skull. Or
It wasn't just a head; it was just like a
whole
blob
thing.
of little
Cells.
whatever, and that was supposed to be his twin.
Wow.
Yeah.
But then God stepped in and said, "Enjoy your in utero meal, Andy Garcia."
Yeah, God stepped in and he was like, "Guess what? You're not going to have a retarded twin.
Yeah.
A little twinectomy should take care of this."
Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn this twin's lights out.
Wait, do you think? Do you have a bigger funeral? Do you have a funeral for that twin? What's a bigger loss, a miscarriage or the twin on the shoulder of the boy that
Miscarriage, because at least you
fine.
still get the other kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, one's dead, but we still got one
But
kid.
you're still looking at something. A miscarriage is at least like a fucking shit. You know,
I think-
this probably has like nails or something.
No, that thing probably looks just like a tennis ball made of fucking,
Flesh.
pizza dough or something. I'm
that,
picturing,
yeah, that would be fine. If you couldn't get over that, then that's on you.
Yeah, that's just women being crazy.
Grow up, Sandra.
Grow
not all-
up.
it's not
It
all
was a
about you.
mistake. It was a clump of cells.
Yeah, that was probably the evil one anyway.
It looked like a raw meatball. Get over it.
Jesus, you think that was going to be a good guy?
Yeah.
Could have been the next Hitler.
You already got a fantastic actor out of it. Don't get greedy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
No, I don't know if you have a funeral for that, but maybe
Some people have a
You-
funeral for a
you
miscarriage, and it's
definitely
like,
don't use the garbage disposal. There's like a medium. There's a respectful way to dispose of it.
you don't bury it. I mean, I assume you don't even get it from the hospital.
I think the hospital has a
dispose of it.
special garbage can for like
Twins.
human. Twin can.
Fucking janitor. They just, yeah, we're going to remove that. And they just hand it to the janitor.
They throw it on the floor. He's like, I'm bored of sweeping dust. You can throw that on
Over
the floor.
the shoulder into his trash can.
There's a little tiny basketball hoop over the organ trash can.
Yeah. Oh, swish.
Kobe.
I never get swishes.
Yeah.
It's the doctor.
Yeah. It's throwing a baby's head
Oh,
in there.
fuck yeah. Kobe.
She's still awake.
Today's going to be a good day. Can you feel it? I feel it. I just swished.
Yeah. Nice. It gets like cut up on the net.
Yeah.
Because it's falling into the trash can.
Yeah. Let's make it more disgusting.
Yeah. I just think, you know how sometimes you'll like go to take your garbage out and the bag breaks? Imagine that happening on the...
With the
like,
twin?
Yeah. The twin trash bag.
Yeah.
You just go to pull it out and it's just coats the floor in wet twin. Wet embryonic twin.
There was a video I saw online. I probably sent it to you. That was just an all-out nightmare. It's a person holding a camera. You know what I'm talking about?
I remember it,
It's a
yeah.
person holding a camera in front of a dumpster, and his friend has the garbage bag, and he's swinging it like this, and he's going to swing it over the guy's head into the dumpster. And right as he's about to release, the bottom blows out of the bag, and you just see the shit coming at the camera and it cuts off.
God. Oh, that's awful.
Oh, God.
Trash.
Just,
juice,
can you imagine? Just fucking trash juices.
Trash juice is one of the most disgusting and feared things.
It makes
Depending
me
on the
gag.
meals leading up to it. I mean, Jesus
What'd you
Christ.
say?
Depending on the meals leading up to it. Just fucking melted ice cream, spaghetti, someone ate fish. Like, it was just fucking whoosh.
Fermenting.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Street garbage juice is the worst because there's just everything in that.
There's everything in that.
Yeah.
But do you think rats in suburbia, do you think rats yearn for the street trash that New York has? Obviously, it's more plentiful.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's
do.
why-
Don't rub your beard.
Oh, that's why. Well, that's why there's less.
I was like, what the fuck's happening right now?
Well, that's why there's less rats in suburbia.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because this is rat heaven.
Yeah.
This is Disney World.
Yeah, I found a mouse in my fucking.
I like this.
What's the end of this sentence going to be? Fridge, bed,
Asshole.
hair.
Stove. Stove. I found a dead mouse in my room once.
He's like,
Yeah.
there's a robin living in my beard.
It hanged itself. Sean found the only mouse that ever killed itself.
The mouse is like, how does this guy eat like this? I feel unhealthy.
Mouse hanging from a shoelace with a sign that says "Goodbye, world."
Sean develops an affection for the mouse. He gives it a bottle cap full of Mountain Dew. The mouse is like, what do I even fucking do with this poison?
Yeah.
Drink it, mouse. It's your birthday.
Mouse birthday.
All mammals like Code Red.
Oh, I remember one time in college, I drank.
That's right, everyone. College.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, political science. I almost became a doctor.
I was almost president.
I was almost president.
President.
I almost worked for OPEC. The oil motherfuckers. You feel me? Do you feel me? One night, I just gotten Call of Duty like a few months ago, and I was starting to get really
What
good
Call of
at it.
Duty?
Modern Warfare 2.
Oh hell yeah!
With the Afghan, the Rust terminal.
Fucking love
Dun
Modern Warfare
dun
2.
nun 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 nun. That's the intro music. Nun nun nun. And then
I thought that was the song your parents wanted you to get wed to.
well, in the Afghan, yes, you'd be right.
Mm-hmm.
But so one time we had just gotten it. I brought it back because I got it during winter break at home. Then we went back to school, and it was one night, and I had a bunch of weed, and we ate, and I had a 2-liter thing, the big thing of Code Red, and I drank the whole thing.
Holy shit.
Between like midnight and I started playing at like 9:00, and I didn't go to bed till like 4. Yeah.
Did they recently change Mountain Dew to have like less caffeine or something? Because you probably got like the OG like 4 Loko level Mountain Dew Code Red, right?
Sean just laughs at me when I hear his stories.
Well, he laughed at your silence.
I don't even have to say anything.
He laughed at your silence
He
because
just loves not knowing where it's going.
yeah, there was
What part of that story was surprising to anyone here?
this was
What part of asking for clean piss was surprising? I'm so rarely surprised. It takes a flaming garbage can for me to be surprised now.
Well, I'm touching my dick right now.
That's not surprising.
You could have been asking for clean piss just to see what it looks like.
Professor Bananas with his glasses on. The fucking beakers. Oh, interesting. John's piss is heavier than mine.
It's like that thing with that like can tell you the weather depending on where shit's floating. It's got different
John's
bobbers.
piss is more liquid than mine. Interesting.
Mine and John's piss don't mix.
I
It's
wonder
like
if he
oil
has
and
to-
water.
I
Why
wonder
is
if he-
there blood in my piss?
Yes, his is just yellow, a clear yellow. Come to think of it, I bet he doesn't even have to knead the piss out of his urethra. It's so thick.
John's piss doesn't come out like boba tea.
John's sick. I wonder if I can get a gift card to City MD for Christmas for him.
Kneading the piss out of your dick is fucking. Come on, buddy. You just
come
pushing
on.
them out like Mike and Ike's.
Come on, buddy.
They come out like rat poop.
Exactly.
Just round pellets.
I'm very sick.
Oh my god.
So you got the cell phone with the list. Don't keep it to yourself.
Oh, with the topics?
That's right. Yeah, guys, these are from all the fans.
yeah.
These are from all the fans. This is for Metal Freak Neo. We see you out there,
Here,
buddy.
Here, you go ahead. Take a look at that.
Look at that.
You got your list in mind.
Have you seen a fucking? Have you seen an advertisement on Instagram for a virtual girlfriend?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
I
I
see it
think
on the
so.
porn sites.
That is the
Create your
darkest.
AI slut.
That's the darkest thing.
Create your AI
it doesn't just
slut.
have to be sex, though.
What do you mean?
That's the thing. It's not just sex. It's like a relationship. It's like you can talk to it. It
Are
can
you
like.
lonely?
It can be. You can do friend or girlfriend. First of all, so it's someone
Wait,
who
where
just.
can you create this?
It's a new app or something like
Okay.
that. I mean, this is just the infancy of all this shit. But it's just porno already makes a man less likely to go out and try to like make human connections. Add this to the equation where you have someone to talk to, and it's going to just get better and better with dialogue. That's like where the government should step in and just be like, I understand freedom, blah, 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 blah. But if we're going to have an actually healthy country, you got to go out and speak to people.
No
Yeah.
AI girlfriend. You know.
No AI girlfriend.
Yeah,
Because there are plenty of
But it
guys
would-
who are too weak.
But
Like,
it would cut down on those shootings, those incel motherfuckers.
I think shootings are more okay than that. I do.
Yeah.
I think it's a price.
Requires less
It's a
immediate
small
legal
price
action.
to pay in the grand scheme of everything.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's the start of Terminator if that happens.
It's the start of Terminator.
If that happens,
We're just
yeah,
like, where's Sean been? Oh, he's been hanging out with his virtual girlfriend for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And then also, and I know they already have this technology, you can get like a fleshlight that will suck your dick to the rhythm of the person
porn.
on your virtual reality.
Yeah,
So you're not just jerking off to something that looks
Jesus
like a hot
Christ.
It will actually move to your dick like the virtual person's
Wow,
doing.
that sounds awesome.
That does sound awesome. That's what government's for. A lot of things sound awesome that are just not
Right.
good for the greater good.
You know what sounds awesome? Opium dens.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's like, but we needed to pull back on that.
There
'cause it
should
was
be whorehouses, though. I will say that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't stand in the way of that.
a cat house. I mean, they have those.
I just think that would cut down on mass murders. And also, like, you're telling me there's not a woman who would, it's not a great living, but it's definitely, you might make more than a secretary.
Yeah.
Hey, you
and
make 45 grand as a
You might
secretary,
enjoy
or
it
you
more.
can make 68 grand blowing strangers
Yeah.
3 days a week.
Mhm. And you don't have to have all those pesky typing skills.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably make that like 3 hours of work a day.
Yeah.
You could have several jobs.
That would be quite the industry, too. It's like they legalize weed, and all of a sudden it's just like fucking everywhere. It's like hedge funds are taking over weed production. Same thing with whorehouses. Of course, you'd have a chain whorehouse.
Absolutely.
You'd have the
That's
Applebee's.
very-
You'd have the Applebee's of whorehouses. though.
Yes.
Where it's just like, listen, the quality's not the best, but you know what you're getting. All right.
You know what you're getting, and it's going to hit the spot.
You know what you're getting, and you know what? It's warm. All right. It is warm. It's not the best, but it is warm.
It's warm, and it's your neighborhood whorehouse.
It's your neighborhood whorehouse. When you're here, your family.
Applebee's.
Remember when we went to Applebee's and we sat there for 45 minutes?
Dude,
and didn't even
we-
get looked at?
John, I don't know if I told you about
He told me this.
I was fucking fucking flabbergasted.
I don't know what part is more outrageous, that they didn't come over to you or that you didn't get up and go to them.
Well,
there was nobody to go to.
Yeah, there was literally, and it was pretty obvious. We were sitting right.
Just so everyone knows what they're talking about, they went to Applebee's, sat at the bar for 45 minutes, and no one asked them for their order.
45 minutes
tabletop, but
45
yeah.
minutes is a conservative.
Yeah, that was
estimate.
conservative.
It might have been like 50 an hour. The reason I didn't go up and get anybody is because we were just watching the NBA, and it was like I was fine not spending money at this fucking establishment that clearly doesn't care about its customers anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I'll just watch TV for free in this Applebee's.
Yeah.
And so that's why I didn't get anybody. But they would never let you do that. It's like that's a failure on them. They're like, oh yeah, we didn't. Sorry.
Well, that's the reason you don't go. That would be kind of the reason that you would expect more from like a dying mom and pop than an Applebee's, where it's just so rigidly you have a list of side work from corporate that you do at the end of the night.
Yeah.
You have a way you're supposed to go about everything. That's like a complete failure of management.
Yes.
Because there's a district manager that tells that manager how to operate the place, and that manager is probably not long for this world.
No,
Because he's not listening. Shyam, could you see if the thing's recording? This is how professional we are, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
Look that's the kind of magic you don't get from good podcasts.
We should
guys.
get a mirror behind that. And then you should.
Oh.
you could just check.
Whoa. The future?
Or you could just trust yourself.
That's right, everyone. Well, no, it's not that I don't trust myself. It's I'm afraid it's going to run out of memory or something.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, then you're gonna have to be better about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is my thought on the Applebee's. Is
Thank God you got a good laugh.
it has been cut off from the rest of Applebee's society, and it's just kind of gone rogue. And
This
like,
Applebee's.
Oh,
Yeah.
a city Applebee's?
Like, here's the thing. Nobody there, and it's really hard to do this. Literally, everybody that works there doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, they don't.
There's not
No,
one.
There's a
guy who has
there's
face
not
ta-
one
there's a guy who has
goody
a
two
tear
shoes.
dot.
There's not one person reporting the truth to upper management.
Oh,
that's how it continues to run like this.
The giant chains in cities are the worst versions of those chains.
Yeah.
You want a good fucking Applebee's? You go to where suburbia becomes not suburbia.
Yeah, you go to
know?
Hayes, Kansas.
That Applebee's is a fucking hub.
Yeah.
You go there to get pussy. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
I worked in Martinsburg, West Virginia once for 3 weeks. Best 3 weeks of my life. That was the place to go. Happy hour, the young people that existed in that area, that's where they went.
Yeah.
That is
Just like they're like, well, I know it's clean.
Yeah. It's open.
I don't find rubber bands in my soup at this place.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But
I
yeah,
don't find tails
Wait,
in
you
my
worked at the
sandwich.
Applebee's there?
no, why? No. Yeah. I moved to Martinsburg to work at the
Why
Applebee's.
not?
Yeah, you don't get that kind of opportunity in the Northeast.
Absolutely. A real carpetbagger I am. But the Applebee's of whorehouses, that would be the same exact thing where it's just like, well, I know what I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they do have some standard for VD here.
What's
Yeah.
venereal disease?
Yeah, they will test them more than like some place that has a dying
Like AIDS
operation
and shit,
where
you
they're
feel
like, if we test them, they're gonna fucking they might be positive, and we're not gonna have anyone to work Thursday night.
They're probably going to call their friends, ask for clean piss, all this stuff.
Absolutely,
Yeah, these dirty
absolutely,
whores.
mom and pop. But there would be a great mom and pop that just stays there forever. It's an institution in the town.
Yeah. That's how I feel about going to like a sandwich place that's been there since the 60s. When I see it in the city, I'm I'll go there just to keep that place open.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Where you're like, this wouldn't exist. There were enough times where this could have gone out of business, but it didn't. So clearly, it has to be good.
It has to be good.
Yeah,
it has to be lucky or good.
Yeah. Do you think if there was a whorehouse today? I'm almost done with this topic.
No, in
I'd
New York
use it
City,
every day.
Do you think if there was a whorehouse today that
Sean would work there for the
do you
employee
think
discount.
Do you think they'd have a special parking system because you don't really want to be seen going into the whorehouse? Do you think that
Like a
ideally
valet?
use not like a garage or something where you're not getting out of a car in public in a parking lot walking in? Or if you're a whorehouse guy, do you just not care at that point?
Sham, do you want to take this?
Yeah.
You don't care at that point.
Yeah. And also, if you're going
I'll
at
walk
night, I
there.
guess.
You walk in under spotlights. There's a red carpet. People taking your picture.
Hell yeah, I'm back. And I'm tipping this time.
Sean's fucking Instagram living the experience. Yeah. Go
Hey,
get my
get my
dick
gun.
sucked.
Get my gun. Get my gun.
He's FaceTiming. He's like, "Mom, I'll call you back."
I can't come
Sean,
without
what are
my
you
gun.
doing?
They make me lock up my phone when I go in here.
Sean,
So I'll
what
see
are you
later.
doing?
Oh, that would
Mom,
be a
I'm at
big
the
part of it.
whorehouse again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they give you
No
a locker
phones.
when you go in. I guarantee it.
At the nice ones.
Yeah.
Night locker, maybe a shower.
Quick metal detector. Put your stuff in the locker. Go to the room. Wait for Candy. And then we just hope Candy looks like the pictures. Although you get the lineup, which I imagine has to be a fun experience for the guy.
Oh, I want to. I want
That
to
would
go
bug
to.
me. That would bug me. I'm too indecisive.
The lineup?
And I want to be a people pleaser.
The lineup, you're just
Yeah.
like, oh, ooh.
I mean, you're all great.
I want to go to the bunny ranch. Me and my. I really want to do that before. Like it's a bucket list thing.
Yeah. While the dick still gets hard.
Yeah.
Before the diabetes
That's
takes
a
my
bucket
erections.
list.
Wait, I don't have diabetes.
Not yet.
I'm not gonna get. I bet you I won't get it.
How would you not get it?
I bet you I won't.
Why?
If you're so sure, bet me.
I don't want to. You're going to need that
If you're
money.
so sure
you're going
that
to
I'm-
need that money.
$100.
That's insulin.
Bet me $100.
John, bet Sham
You
his
can't.
foot.
The problem is, if you can give me a good reason why you won't get it, then I'll consider the bet.
Because I'm gonna work out.
Well,
I think you can still work out and get diabetes.
And also,
it's very diet driven.
No, it's-
type 2 diabetes is trash. You can have type 1 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is garbage.
why?
That's the one you give yourself.
Because you made this happen.
That's not
Oh,
garbage.
yes. Cheetos and fucking Mountain Dew.
My dad eats Cheetos and Mountain Dew. He has diabetes.
Exactly.
He doesn't drink Mountain Dew, but he eats Cheetos. And
Your dad got diabetes without eating meat and shit.
That's a crazy diet. What is he doing?
What do you mean? No.
What's he eating that's bad?
So that's
Well,
why
we
it's-
have diabetes in our whole family.
Well, that's good that you're predisposed to
But
it.
Sham said a prayer.
But I rub my
No.
rabbit's foot.
Yeah.
But if I start working out this year and start eating healthy, I won't get it.
Well, if.
I had chicken and spinach today.
Wow.
Yeah, grilled.
Live to see another day.
Hell yeah.
How was it?
I think the chicken was undercooked.
Yeah.
It was.
That'd be great if you just
puked
kill
it up.
yourself a
I
different
puked it up and got
way.
McDonald's.
No,
You
it was. There was no pink, but it was very hard. It was like not as.
I had a filet-o-fish earlier today.
I had a fillet fish.
Yeah.
Fillet.
I got my omega 3s, from McDonald's Filet-O-Fish.
You can get fish oil. I gotta get some fish oil pills.
I saw a study earlier today that said 50% of men think they could land a plane in an emergency.
I bet I could.
That just is just classic male overconfidence.
That's
right?
too high.
Yeah.
Like what percentage of men do we really think could even do that?
No. Yeah.
Well, once
Like
have you guys ever
10%?
been in the cockpit before? They're not doing much when they're up there.
I've been.
But
in a
the landing they're doing doing more than it's like being on the highway versus parallel parking. It's like the highway. Yeah, I could do this.
Getting on the highway and getting off the highway are the most dangerous parts about the highway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so landing and taking off are the most dangerous parts of a flight. You
What
guys
would
know
give
this.
someone a leg up if they didn't already have pilot experience? Do you think it would be someone who plays a lot of video
Microsoft,
games?
Yeah.
Seriously, like
Microsoft Flight Simulator would probably help out.
But I mean, like a normal thing that like people do. Like, do you think if someone plays flying video games more, like they have an advantage? They understand at least some.
I think that
I would
might,
have no idea.
A physics teacher.
that might give you what they don't know how to work.
They don't know the
controls.
buttons, though.
Yeah. They know they're like, well, I need to reduce the amount of pressure under my wings.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
exactly,
It's
yeah.
like, yeah.
Which button does that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the video game thing might give them a false sense of like security.
So what would your
You know?
so if you had no confidence that you know how to like deploy the wheels and shit,
Mm-hmm.
would you try to look for a body of water?
1,000%.
Yeah.
Because there's no
'Cause
way.
it- 'cause
If
at
I don't
least
have somebody telling me what to do,
Half the people drown, but that's at least half the people. You save half the people.
we're crashing into something.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I'm in the cockpit and nobody is telling me how to land,
But
a
I'm saying
plane,
water is what your preference would be
water is the preference.
over
Sand,
you
over
know.
over a field.
Sand.
Yeah.
Sand would be nice.
Sand would. I don't know. If you're crashing into sand,
You might get buried in it.
you're gonna get buried. I guess snow might be good too if you could find a nice snow
Oh, then
plane.
you're so fucked though.
That's
the
true. We
Andes
know
Mountains.
Donner Party.
Then you're fucking
experience.
eating friends.
I know.
Yeah.
I think
Would you guys eat me?
John,
would.
I think I would go first.
Would you eat me?
I got a lot of. I think I would be
I
delicious.
really hate to eat Sean.
Well,
Sean would be
I'd
delicious.
Yeah.
You might
we
might be
live longer.
You might be delicious.
We might live longer if
But
we
you might
don't
be
eat
awful.
Sean.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like,
No.
oh, we got to eat our friend. It's like, actually, that'll.
They bring us to the hospital after we're saved, and they're like, "Were you eating junk food?
How'd you guys gain weight?
You have so much high fructose cough syrup."
You both have type 2 diabetes now.
We get diabetes from Sham. Sham's like the host; he can't get it.
And then Sham lives in our brain.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you're just talking to us.
Yeah.
Our laughs change.
Nobody else can hear
yeah.
us.
Yeah, you guys start watching wrestling more.
And I'm like, oh my god! I'm like, John, you've
Gambling on
really become more outgoing.
John, you're much more of a hugger.
Yeah. You're so touchy feely after that fucking accident. Where's Sean, by the way?
John, why have you bought 14 Brock Lesnar t-shirts since the accident?
When you eat your friend, do you start by the feet up just in case you get rescued? He's still alive, or do you need him
no,
to die?
if you're eating your friend, the guy's dead.
He's already dead.
I agree with
Yeah,
that.
he's dead.
But what if no one's dead yet?
You kill.
Do you? Yeah, you
You
kill your
kill
friend,
him,
then you
gotta
eat him when
kill.
he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you wait for somebody who's the deadest. Maybe they're not dead, but they're on the.
I'd eat Sean from the head first,
Why?
so that he couldn't
Judge you?
bitch at me while I'm eating him.
Oh, that's fine. I wouldn't bitch at you if you eat me. You can eat my feet, man. I don't care.
My body's your body.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, he's talking to you while it's happening.
Hell yeah, man. Put some syrup on that. It feels good. Put it between the toes.
He's suggesting body parts.
Yeah.
Don't forget that thumb. That's a good looking thumb.
He's quarterbacking his own cannibalism.
I could.
Get you some of that thigh.
You know what I'm picturing is like a woman when she's getting a C-section and has the curtain, but she can still like move her head and talk. It's like, yeah, you're gonna want to get that thigh steak going. That's probably pretty good. Yeah, hot sauce on that. Cook it rare, but cook it thoroughly.
You know, when I watched the Jeff Dahmer, the Netflix thing.
Not Jeffrey, Jeff.
Jeff, yeah,
JD.
JD.
They're tight.
Yeah, me and
The
JD
Doms.
yeah, me and my cousin watched it like probably twice through. But there's a scene where he's cooking either a liver or a heart, and it looks exactly like steak.
Yeah.
And like,
Oh, there's no doubt someone could fucking make a stew with person and feed it to you, and it would taste good if you didn't know it.
right, and you would just like
That's always a fun news story, by the way. That is a story I've heard before.
Someone being fed something. they're
Someone
not
being
expecting.
fed human body, like a neighbor comes over and like makes something, and they all eat it, and they realize the guy's wife has been missing for 2 weeks, and they realize they just ate person.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
I mean, I'd just be glad someone cooked for me.
I'd definitely be interested. I'd like someone to describe eating person to me. Like,
Do you want to know what it's like, John?
would you eat somebody that was already dead? Like,
Well, of course, if we're
died in the
starving, you're
war?
going to do it. You're going to do
No,
it.
not if you're starving. This person died.
No.
Did we talk about this on the phone?
What?
I talked about this on the phone with somebody quite recently.
About dying?
Like what circumstances you would eat somebody.
Oh.
This wasn't you?
If it became a delicacy, I would.
I'd eat a baby.
Really?
Well, they're way more tender.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
like
also,
veal.
it's also you don't know its personality yet, which I imagine would fuck with me.
True.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You eat it and then they're like, this was Andy Garcia's shoulder tumor.
This
And you're
baby,
like, oh, I can feel good about this.
was going to be a Nazi. This baby.
Yeah.
You actually would eat baby Hitler. Mm-hmm. Why put him to waste?
It tastes so hateful.
I just killed baby. I invented a time machine and killed baby Hitler, and I'm not going to eat him.
Do you think that eating Hitler would taste spicy? No. Like it would be...
I bet it'd be
No,
bland.
but do you think it would make you a little more evil?
Yeah, I think it would make you a little more organized.
Wait, if you eat human though, it's bad for you, right?
I doubt it.
It fucks your
Ethically
brain.
speaking?
No, I think doesn't it fuck your brain up?
You could get parasites, yeah. I think I've heard that before. You can get parasites from cannibalism.
That's how you know it's not good, because God put some stuff in it like that. It's like fucking your cousin. It's like if it was totally okay, your baby would come out like a baby and not webbed feet. It's God putting the fucking stop. But different races can mate together, which God didn't put. God clearly that's okay with them.
Wait, so if
Definitely.
if a lion eats another lion, it'll get parasites?
I don't think so. I don't think it works like that for every animal.
Oh, okay.
We're not lions.
Yeah. Because like chickens.
You have some lion to you.
Hell yeah, I'm a lion.
You have a mane.
Hell yeah, I lion all day.
That's a male lion.
Yeah, you have a lion.
That ain't no female lion.
I bet I'd be a really lazy lion.
Well,
That's
yeah.
a lion, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's a safe assumption, Sean.
Would I be even lazier as a sloth?
Oh, well, you're already kind of practicing it.
Yeah.
He's method acting his role in the new Disney movie.
Oh, that'd be sick if I could be a sloth.
Sean
Yeah.
the Sloth.
Sean getting ready
Sean
for...
would be a good cartoon voice, actually, I think, for movies.
You would be a great voice actor.
He'd be a great one.
Yeah. And they could put you on screen, too. And they'd be like, that's a great cartoon.
They're like, Eddie Murphy doesn't want to play Donkey again, so we got an Indian guy.
Oh, that'd be a dream. Shrek!
What voice would you use?
Huh?
What voice?
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe my regular voice.
Yeah.
I mean, your regular voice is great.
Maybe
for
my
this
regular
kind of thing.
voice. Maybe my regular voice. I couldn't do Meltdown as It depends on the character.
Yeah,
Andrew,
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
great question.
Absolutely. And that's how any great voice actor would answer that question.
Exactly.
I know. We're in behind the actors fucking
Absolutely.
mental asylum.
We're interviewing
right
a
now.
voice actor who's never voice acted. What's your process, Sean?
Sean-
For doing impressions of comics only 9 people know.
Disney hires you. We're like, well, we're remaking Sloana, and we just thought that you'd be perfect for this. Can you do a Wherever the Rock's From accent?
Where does sloths live, by the way?
I believe the
Tropics.
South American
It's like-
rainforests.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They are like lazy beyond lazy.
Well, they're not lazy. They're it's a cellular thing. They can't move quickly.
That is funny
It's not
to-
that they're lazy.
They're lazy.
To call them lazy,
Lazy.
like it's a character flaw in
Like
their
it's a
whole
Mexican.
species. Yeah.
They lazy, man.
Yeah.
They don't want
to
to work.
racially stereotype a
Sloths
sloth.
don't want to work.
Sloths don't want to work. They
They
just
want to live off the government.
Yes, exactly.
They have a lot of
Absolutely.
kids.
That's right. They like handouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sloths
Well,
have extra
what-
bones in their hand that give them
What animal would
Tree gripping
What
ability.
animal would an Italian be, other than an Italian?
Italian. Yeah. What animal
Would they be like a
Italian
bull?
I could see hyena. Hyena speaks to me. They're kind of
I
loud.
think
No, it'd have
I
to
think
be-
Rottweiler.
it would have-
Rottweiler, because if it knows you and likes you, it'll be very nice. But
It'll
if
kiss you on both cheeks, but if
Yeah.
it doesn't,
If it doesn't like you,
That's
that's
true.
how Italians are.
it'll
They
be
like
work.
you.
it'll beat
they're
you up
the
for being
best.
gay.
And a Rottweiler does sometimes wear a chain.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's good right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do that.
Exactly.
Well, my guy right here wears a chain. What would Sean be, other than an orangutan?
Sham, if you were a human, what kind of human would you be?
Hey,
Businessman.
Do you have the great theme song on this phone
The great theme song.
that I messaged the group?
Oh, I don't know.
I have it.
Monkey in the Middle.
Oh, Sham,
This-
I'm on airplane mode here.
If anyone's out there, let us know how much you love this song. Sham is not even in the group chat that I'm referring to right now, by the way.
And he's going to his phone
He's
for it.
looking at messages right now that have nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Well,
What are we doing?
All
What do you
right,
want from me?
Here,
never
this might
mind.
be
I got it.
good time for you to check this then.
Yeah, you just passed one. Do it.
Of the jungle, free and wild, swings from vines with a cheeky little smile. Throws bananas at the tigers just for fun, getting into trouble under midday sun. He makes the lions laugh and the parrots sing. Pulls silly faces like a jungle king. Hides inside.
It's got to be an honor. Someone having. No, I think we got it.
Yeah.
It's got to be an honor. It's got to be an honor having someone make a song about you and your life.
Right, Sham?
I don't know what you guys mean. So then you admit that the logo is two dudes
So
and a
I-
monkey.
so
then.
anyway,
so then you admit that the logo
these are
is
two
dudes
separate
and-
jokes.
No. But
Everyone, take a look at the logo. All right, this is going to happen the entire duration of
Sham, you
this
should
podcast.
have kept
Take a
your
look
hair-
at the logo. Look at the upper half of Sham and tell me there's anything that's not Sham on that.
You should have kept your hair tied up if you wanted to defend these allegations. This is not helping your case. Although you do look much more lionly. Right?
Yeah. Well, anyway, this is just a two-man pod now.
That's okay. Yeah, that's kind of what it was before. You know.
Thanks for making it professional, Sham.
What'd you say?
You're sending text right now, you asshole. No phone.
we're at 48 minutes, and it adds a little spice to our thing.
Yeah, it sure does. Anyway,
Yeah.
did you remember hearing the study that like a large percentage of women said that they would rather be in the woods with a bear
was
than
thinking
a,
about
than a
that.
man?
I did hear a little bit about this.
I think if you said that, you should have your head just bashed in. Otherwise, by a man
And a bear, maybe.
and a bear. No, I think you should just have to go in the woods with a bear.
Yeah.
Because it's just 100% of you die with a bear. And what, 95% of you live if it's just a man?
It is a good thing.
99% of you live if it's just a man? Like...
Yeah, and here's the thing.
How many serial killers and like fucking murderers do we think like are fucking out there? It's a tiny sliver of the population.
Yeah. It depends.
We
Here's
have
the
way
thing.
more trans people than serial killers.
If a man is if you're in the woods with a bear, that's a dangerous situation. But if you're in the woods with a man, that's also dangerous because it's the type of man who would want to bring you to the woods.
Well, we don't know how
You know
they
what I mean?
got there.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
assume
It's like
this is
any
like
random
Shuffle.
guy.
I think this is like Shuffle.
Remember that
It's
bear
on
movie we
Shuffle.
watched when they introduced the creepy guy at the beginning? We just never saw him again.
Yeah. We watched an awful movie. It's called like Backcountry. Let's never speak of it again.
It was awful. It was so... Although the one bear scene was decent.
It was okay.
It was okay.
But if it's a random man though, it's a 99.8% chance. Well, that's a good point. Yeah. And
Wait, what do you mean?
And
You calling me? No, I'm not. No. If I'm in the jungle, it's like apocalyptico. I'm Jaguar Paw.
Yeah,
I'm Jaguar.
we'd also have to ask like if acid could make it through the time portal.
I've never
Does
had
the man
acid
have
on
any
me.
weapons?
I've never even done acid.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good. You shouldn't.
Why?
You live on acid.
Everyday life to Shyam is just images shifting and faces melting into other ones.
I told Chom it's got to be magical having so many surprises every day.
Yeah.
When you're finding a 20 in your coat pocket
my God, look
like
at
6
that.
times a year.
Oh, Andrew would like this. Andrew, I lost my wallet last week, and I ended up finding it. But I will tell you, while I was searching for it, I checked the fridge and the microwave.
It's completely amazing that you live your life the way you do.
Yeah.
And you're still alive.
He is
and
alive.
You're good to be around.
I'm actually optimal.
Yeah,
You might have optimized your own life. Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm optimal.
Yeah. Chom's an inspiration
He is.
Thank you
to.
to monkeys.
I mean, they have to be jealous. It has to be like. It has to be like Caesar when Caesar's the first one to get that smart juice.
It was the Mountain Dew Code Red at midnight.
And they're like, hold on, Caesar can say stop.
Yeah.
Fucking Sham smoking a blunt, drinking a can of Coke. They're like, holy shit.
Ape no kill ape.
Oh my God. Yeah. Who's the evil ape again?
Goba.
Koba. Every time he smokes a joint, he goes from Koba to Caesar.
It's like this.
When I'm drunk, I'm Koba. When I'm high, I'm Caesar.
Oh,
that would be great. The new Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. It's just with monkeys.
yeah, I could do that. I could feel it. I am that.
I think the bear in the woods thing though is classic because it's a like reaction. It's a reaction by women that's totally overblown.
They're
just trying to make a point.
It's so
trying to make a point.
hyperbolic.
Yeah, it's hyperbolic, and it's like, come on, you're being disrespectful to both people who have been victims of violence, of bears and men.
You're being disrespectful to everyone but yourself.
What'd be really funny is a woman who chooses to go
But
into the woods.
you're also making yourself look like a fucking idiot, which is the exact opposite thing they're trying to do.
That's true.
They're making you look like an emotional child.
Yeah. What'd be great is they choose to be with the bear in the woods, and then the bear, instead of violently attacking them, actually just sexually assaults them. And the bear date rapes them.
That reminds me of this episode title, Bear Rape. That's right. Kodiak assault.
Yeah. You got to carry mace for both, though.
I got a good hypothetical for you guys. I ran this by a couple of friends. Would you rather
Show
date
off.
a beautiful blind girl or an average girl with a lazy eye?
Average girl, lazy eye.
Average girl with a lazy eye.
Just because, like,
Because the beautiful blind girl.
a girl with a lazy eye can still be cute as hell.
Well, yeah, but she's average. That's what we're saying.
Oh.
She's average.
Average with a lazy eye.
But you don't have to guide her, and you know.
Well, John,
Oh, no.
I'll tell you this.
Dating a blonde girl is like
Blind.
dating a blind girl. Dating a blind girl is like dating a dumb girl.
Well,
You
no.
gotta fucking show them. You gotta do everything everywhere.
Well, it's like dating a blind girl, actually.
Wait, what do you mean?
She's not dumb. She just can't see.
Yeah. So it's like fucking.
She's not like constantly like, why is it so dark in this room?
I don't get it. 2
don't
plus
know. I
2
just
is
think-
5.
I just think like I would much like all I gotta do is guide you. Like that's not a big deal. Just you're holding my hand anyway if we hit it off.
And she looks beautiful.
Oh yeah. I'll do. Wait, but let me ask you. Is she one of those weird blind people where the eyes are like white and shit? She looks like the Undertaker, or is it like she looks completely normal? She just can't see.
Looks completely normal, I think.
I think that's what we're going
Yeah, then
for
yeah,
here.
yeah. Hold
I don't
my
think
hand,
she was
bitch.
too. I don't think
Hold
she,
my hand, bitch. Here
I'm
we
your
go.
seeing eye dog.
she doesn't have the eyes of an oracle.
She doesn't have
She doesn't
like
grant wishes.
yeah. She doesn't have possessed demon eyes.
Okay.
Just
just
inky black.
just cloudy,
Yeah.
cloudy,
Well, yeah,
just
old
white
dog
eyes.
eye.
But you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Sometimes
Of
blind
course.
people have that weird.
Absolutely,
Like,
that,
it's
that,
like,
that homeless guy McDougal.
Huh?
He's got a white eye.
Yeah.
Alan calls him Milky-Eyed Joe, which I assume is his Christian name.
I know,
Milk
yeah.
kids.
That was what he got when he got baptized in that acid. It fucked up his eye.
In that volcano.
And you're Milky-Eyed Joe. Sorry about that.
Absolutely. You
Wrong
can
tub.
grant wishes, but it comes at a price, Milky-Eyed Joe. My
Yeah.
name's Joe. Not anymore. Here's a mirror.
Yeah. Here's a mirror. You're gonna want to look at it from this angle because you'll see why.
You'll see why.
I think I would probably, as a guy who's been with a
I think
less than average girl with a lazy eye, it's.
Ooh.
I mean,
Wait, you were with a less than average girl with a lazy eye? What?
slept with, or dated?
we went on a few dates.
Okay.
Don't say that about Kristen. I'm just kidding.
I've been with a lazy eye before. She was very cute, with the exception of that little eye. But she strategically had bangs and shit to kind of distract you. Mm-hmm. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, I think, man, here's the thing. A beautiful lady who's blind, you're going to have to do different things. You're not going to be able to do everything you want to do.
She
with
can
her.
hike, but it's a different hike.
Can she hike?
Because you
guys are
you-
bungee corded together the whole time.
You
know?
probably there's probably some kind of a stick connected to you, so she's following you.
And also, what's the point of a hike for a blind person? Just go on a Stairmaster.
Yeah.
There's a beautiful view here, Jennifer.
She's like, I want to go hiking again. You just bring her to the gym.
Yeah.
Concerts all day, every day.
Oh, yeah.
Wu-Tang.
Concerts.
Every Wu-Tang
Can
concert.
she twerk?
Can she do the gas pedal?
Yeah.
know what's crazy?
You're also very in charge, though. Like if you're kind of a control freak,
You're
like,
always ordering.
you're always just deciding stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like that.
I think blind girl also you can just get away with more. If you choose to be a scumbag, you can lie your ass off.
Imagine it's a blind black woman and she's just everything about her. She's a black woman, but she's just blind. She's like, you definitely lied. That shit, no way that shit is blue.
Shyam, you're changing the situation. Obviously, we take the average woman.
Yeah, the girl with the lazy eye, not the lazy everything.
Bring her to the movies. What's going on? What they doing?
Don't go in there. It's like it's Finding Nemo 3.
Oh god, that'd be awesome. Just a sassy black woman that's blind.
Well, guess what? I bet you don't have to go too far to find one of those. In New York City.
Just ask Lazy Eye Joe where his mom is or whatever.
Go to the Bronx. Go to a neighborhood where there's not much health insurance. And I bet you'll find a black.
Yeah. That's fucked up.
And
Way to make it sad, John.
No, I think I would go with average and lazy eye because
Yeah, I
you
think
can
I
just
would
have
too.
you can just have a much more normal life.
I'd go beautiful blind.
Yeah.
yeah, but that would be really dangerous with you, though, for her.
What you mean?
Well, because you're not going to like baby-proof corners.
Yes,
and
I
shit,
am.
and you're going to leave stuff on the floor and it's
No,
gonna be
no,
tripping.
no.
Sean baby proofing a corner is him putting a baby on the corner so that when she falls and hits her head on it, it just impales the baby and saves her.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
we baby-proofed everything here. Babies on the stove. Babies
This is me imagining you with this girl. Is like she asks you to like change your diet, and you just start like chewing snacks differently. So you're like, I'm eating salad, and you're trying to crunch it so it doesn't sound like Doritos.
He's just putting water on the Doritos.
Yeah. She has a bowl of salad. He has a bowl of wet Doritos. Code red.
He looks over at her, smirks to himself. Idiot.
Let me smell your bowl, Sham. Let me smell your bowl. You have a fake salad bowl you had.
She's just tripping all the time. What if this changes Shyam completely, though? It's like he just becomes fucking everything he ever wanted to be. We see Shyam again. They've been dating for like a month, and he's just his shit is so together.
Are you saying I don't have my shit together?
You're messy.
She would be like, Shyam, you're not wearing that Undertaker t-shirt again, and you're proudly wearing it. Like, no, of course not.
You should have seen my kitchen today. My kitchen is spotless right now.
How was it yesterday?
It wasn't great, but it's now fully clean and will never get messy ever again.
Once I got rid of the rat droppings.
Once I got rid of my piss off the counter, my roommates all thought was a rodent problem.
We got a couple more minutes. Does anyone have anything they'd like to bring up? Your haircut?
Well, it's just, what do you guys think?
I like it.
Shyam?
You let it go. You let it grow too much last time. If you're gonna let it grow that much,
I'm a proponent of letting your hair grow out. So I'm not the guy that when you get a haircut like that, I'm like, man, you look like you're in the army or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How did you do that, by the way, to your hair, real quick?
What?
Your hair? What is it? Do you have a hairband?
What you mean?
How is it? How it is right now?
It's a hair belt.
You have a hair belt?
Yeah, it's called a belt.
That's funny. Your hair has a belt, but you have sweatpants.
My waist don't need a belt.
Oh,
that's a hairband.
That is a disgusting.
That's a hairband.
That is a disgusting fucking thing. Get away,
Why?
John. This started as a cock ring.
I showed him earlier. There was a tumbleweed rolling across my fucking.
They're literally before you got
That was
here.
your hair.
Yeah, my hair.
That's not my hair.
Yeah.
It's not my
dark
hair.
black fucking long hair.
You might have
together.
had somebody up here that I don't know about. I don't know.
Shyam, you would be a great person to be in a gang because you'll never talk to the cops. You'll just,
I would
they'll
never.
be like, "We have you on video."
I would never. Do you want to
You'll be like, "Nope, that's not me. That's not me.
You
That's
want to know
not
how
my
much
hair."
I would never talk to the cops? One time in college, we got shit faced, and I got into it with actually teammates, former teammates on the football team. We just had a bad night, and there was one guy, Omar, and I was talking so much shit. I was like, "You're a bitch, Omar." I go, "You wouldn't fucking touch me." I go, "You're a fucking bitch." He hauled off, and he fucking clocked me. I got knocked out in front of my girlfriend at the time.
My God.
I was out like arms spread wide, blood just gushing, and
my
everybody
God.
was. I was out cold
From your nose?
Chin. And the
Holy
next thing
shit.
I remember my this buddy of mine. I'll never forget. He's such a nice kid, Mike Carter. I just remember being like, "Yo, Shyam, are you okay, bro? Are you okay?" And then the next thing I remember is I remember being in the ambulance, and they were like, "Who did this? Like, who did this?" And I just kept saying, "I'm not ratting. I don't give a shit. I'm not saying
Wow.
anything." Yeah.
Wow.
So I ain't no rat.
That's the only until now when you told everybody who did it.
That was
Oh, well, I mean, it doesn't
Stoner
matter.
PD, we got him. It was Omar.
that was a metaphor for everything with Shyam. I'm obnoxious as fuck to the point where I'll get punched in the face
By a friend.
but I'm not a squealer.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'm very.
I have a code.
I'm very punchable.
Shout out, Mike. By the way,
Shout out to Omar.
Yeah. I've been
Thanks for
very
fucking showing him what repercussions are.
I'm shouting out the guy who helped Sean. You're shouting out the guy who gave Sean a consequence.
Shout out to the Dartmouth PD.
But you know what? That takes balls to get punched and not rat right away.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
takes balls
it takes balls to give yourself credit in front of your friends.
No, I always do that.
If there's one thing we can agree on, guys, I'm a great man.
I give myself credit all the time. I'm a credit whore. Credit card.
That's, I was gonna say credit whore is what you look at when you check your financials.
I'm a credit
whore.
Brazzers.com. Look at all these credit whores.
Bang plus.
All right, I think we're at the end here.
All right.
You want to give the people your handle?
Oh, we already know it's Andrew Man Thing. Check
Man
me out on
Thing.
social media if you feel like it. Thanks
That's
for
right.
watching.
And you're going to see him again. Maybe one day, since Fuck City USA is Mr. Busy Pants.
No. We're gonna get back. Fuck City USA. No offense, you sucked. I'm just kidding. You were
None
awesome.
taken.
Guys, save
You
it.
were awesome.
Save it for
Hang
after
on.
the pod.
Oh my God, I feel I'm Omar. Omar's coming out. Omar's coming
God.
out.
Oh my god, I see dreadlocks.
We're gonna stop. We're gonna stop this before there's violence. See you next week.
Peace.